So I had recently decided to go ahead and review some of my old portraits that I had taken back in 2020, and well, to my surprise, the portraits sucked. By the way, this is Haven, the senior that convinced her mom for me to take her photos. Sorry I ruined your photos, Haven. Now look, most photographers would probably move on about their day. However though, I am not that type of person, so my goal is to go ahead and re-edit this portrait session in hopes of getting some kind of redemption, and I also want to kind of see at least what the reaction of my client at that time is, seeing some updated pictures. So in order to achieve my goal, I grabbed my sketchbook so that way I can begin formulating a plan. Now you see, back then my biggest mistakes were three things. Color manipulation. Once you begin to change the colors in an image, it's either going to make it better or it's going to make it worse, and it's a lot easier to make it worse. Number two, I gotta be careful with contrast. You see, it's very easy to make an image look flat, but it's also very easy to make an image appear to be over edited. And number three, just don't overdo it. So now that I've identified my top three mistakes, I went into Lightroom to begin choosing my photos. Now look, I know I said my portraits sucked. However though, I quickly learned that the portraits actually didn't suck and they were actually pretty good. It was just the fact that they were over edited. So I basically knew that I had a chance at fixing this, so I immediately started the editing process. I quickly realized a lot of mistakes that I was making is that I was applying way too much effects, and also of course the classic thing you hear from every photographer is to reduce down the highlights to 100% and the shadows all the way up to 100%. That honestly makes a photo look so horrible. So I think one of the biggest lessons that I have learned so far while re-editing these photos is just realizing how heavily inspired I was by Instagram. But you see, that's a mistake, because looking at Instagram for inspiration, I had always come across these very heavily manipulated photos that at the time I thought were really good, and that caused me to try to imitate that style instead of creating my own. And I am so happy though that I am going back and looking through these photos, because these photos had so much potential and I just absolutely ruined them. And honestly, I'm a little embarrassed that I was actually charging people money for this, because the photos that I delivered were not good at all. So the editing process was going really smooth, but I came across one problem. So I'm nearly done with editing the photos. However, there's a few things that I need to get done first before I finish this session, because today is my birthday. So I got ready and brushed my teeth to have some homemade enchiladas. But of course, we also had to party a little bit. So the party was a lot of fun, but I ended up getting home and was just so tired and was scrolling through TikTok, but I knew I had to get back to work. Okay, so it's about 11 p.m. and I'm feeling really tired. I've had a busy day, but I gotta get these pictures done, so it's time to get to work. So I got to work and I was doing great. I mean, how long is it gonna take for us to edit 10 photos? And I've already edited about 4 of them, right? Well, actually, let's go ahead and pause here for just a second. All of this was happening during Christmas time, so I had to again stop everything and of course just continue to party it up. So yeah, I couldn't have picked a better time to do this project. Okay, so it's officially December the 26th, and I finally have all of the photos complete, and I'm ready to go ahead and get them sent off. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little nervous about it, but we're gonna just go ahead and do it. So that's exactly what I did. I ended up writing her a message on Instagram, and one that was probably too long, but I sent it off, and it's official now. All we have to do is just wait. Okay, so today is officially December the 27th, and I was getting a little worried because I hadn't received anything back from my client yet. However, I just noticed that she messaged me back 7 hours ago, so let's go ahead and check it out. Hopefully it's good. Okay, so I can't show you this next part because I started crying because she said that they sucked. I'm just kidding. Okay, she said, thank you so much. Are you still doing sessions? We may want to set up a session in the near future. Okay, this is officially a success. Now, if you are curious what lens I used to shoot those photos with, make sure to go ahead and click on this video right here.